Hi there, I'm Holly Page with the Wave One Group, and I'm here with...
My name is Kelly Russell of Artisan Auctions. I'm the lead auctioneer, owner, and fundraising consultant.
And we are at Tillicum Crossing on South Waterfront, and we're going to talk about today all about story and video on how you use those to raise a lot of money. Tell me, in your experience about using video, when does it work in an auction?
I think there are two places where you can really use a video. I think the first place is there's a who we are and what we do. It's the organizational video, and that can be at the top of your auction, sharing a little bit about what the great work your organization does. And then the second place is for the appeal, and the appeal is really the heart of the event. It's where you want to really get everyone connected to why you do what you do, the passion around what makes you do your great work. And that's a place that can help amplify the money that you bring in revenue later. When you look at the different kind of types of appeal videos that are out there, I think that you can see three distinctive ones. And for 90% of the clients, you can tell that kind of hero's journey, kind of about how the person started here, they met this organization, and now they're at this point, and everything's great, and this is the organization that helped them get there. So that hero's journey works for about 90% of the clients that we work with, a lot of nonprofits. I think when you talk to a school event is about community, and it's about making sure that every student is seen on that screen, because the parents want at that moment to just be able to go, oh yay, there's my kiddo. And so it's really important to have that moment available for the parents. And last, I would say there's an opportunity as well for a group that serves like perhaps a Rotary Club, or for a Sir Optimus, or a foundation that goes out and they collect money to give to other nonprofits. Those groups can kind of tell that hero's journey in the front part of their story with a specific organization that they've helped, but then add it as the overall arc of their story. They need to make that just one small fraction of the overall arc of their story and really get back to about the work that they're doing to help these nonprofits.
What are some tips that you tell your clients in terms of length of video, in terms of people that you include? What do you tell them from the auction point of view?
I think a video, when done correctly, it should be only the key people to tell that story, that hero's journey. So whether that's just one person on the screen, that can be fabulous. That can be absolutely wonderful, just to have one person telling that story, telling their journey. And it should only last about 3 minutes. What does it take to get a proper video for a special appeal?
Usually it can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months, and you need that time for a lot of reasons. Scheduling, you got to get people on board. When we work with special appeals clients, we spend a lot of time understanding their story. We always say our stories are unscripted, and there's a heck of a lot of planning that gets to that.
For me, one of the best things that you do is you go in and you ask about the story ahead of time. So it's not showing up and saying, hi, here I am with a camera in your face. It is, I need to understand what story you're telling so I can set the environment.
We've talked about what works with video, a special appeal. When does a video hurt you as an auctioneer?
I think a video can be ineffective if you share too many stories. The actual appeal should be the why you do what you do. And if you tell too many stories, that can really just kind of wash away your efficacy there. So when you talk about a story, there's a beginning, middle, and end. And when you talk about an appeal, there's also a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it takes place with the beginning piece is the video. The middle piece is the ask for the money from the organization, and the end piece is when the auctioneer collects that money. It needs to be a real emotional story. It's important. It's important because people need to feel connected and understand that they're making a difference.
What is the role of a chant in auction?
That's a great question. The role of a chant in an auction is to kind of create a pressure for that impulse buy. Sometimes, you go through the checkout counter and you're like, oh yeah, I'll take some gum. We want a little bit of that, but it's just to apply a little bit of pressure to say, I'm about ready to sell this item, so you got to decide now. So the chant is and it's a playful element. It's melodic, it's fun, and you get a lot of play in it at an event. So my chant, for instance, sounds like this. I say it's 1,000, 1,000 bid to 1,250, and 1,250 to bid now 15, now 17 and a half bid 2,000, and 2,000 to bid to 22 and a half, 25. I try and make sure that the numbers are the highlight of my chant so that people can hear exactly what the numbers are. What happens as auctioneers is we take our filler words and we slam them all together and we create some weird thing in the middle, so it comes out differently for every auctioneer, and that's kind of the fun part, is that every auctioneer their chant is as different as your thumbprint.
You probably get asked this all the time. How do you speak in auction talk? Is that right? How
Auctionees.
Auctionees. How do you teach that?
The place you start is with tongue twisters. So you ready, Holly? I'll give you a tongue twister.
I'm ready.
All right, so the first one that we always teach everyone is the big brown bug bit a big brown bear.
The big brown bug bit a big brown bear.
Yes. So the big brown bug bit a big brown bear.
The big brown bug bit a big brown bear.
Now we got to speed it up. So we say the big brown bug bit a big brown bear.
Oh my gosh.
You
All
can
right,
do it.
I can do it.
That's slow. That's slow. We're good. We're good. You're going
Okay.
great.
The big brown. All right. The big brown bug bit a big brown bear.
Yeah. But it gives you a little roll eventually, but eventually you can just say it, and we practice it over and over and over again. So to say it 10 times fast is where we go. So it's the big brown bug bit a big brown bear, the big brown bug bit a big brown bear, the big brown bug bit a big brown bear. And it sounds crazy because we're doing so many of it and so quickly, but it's very fun.
So how can folks get a hold of you, Kelly?
People can get a hold of us by going to www.artisanauctions.com. Go to our contact us page. It's the easiest place to get a hold of us. Put in a few key pieces of information and away we go. And how can people get a hold of you as well?
They can contact us at www.waveonegroup.com, or they can email me at holly@waveonegroup.com, and we can help them out.
Fabulous.
All right.
This has been great. Thank
Yay!
you.
Sweet.